Back in 1997, I was running the Equestrian Center in Upper Marlboro. We had just opened a 6,000 seat indoor arena. So on-the-job learning was key for a lot of elements. But a gentleman named David Mott called and inquired as to whether I'd be willing to come down to Georgia and join him and another facility manager in talking about things we had in common in the industry, in the equestrian industry, the show industry, and running venues, all of that. So that started back in '97. We met in Gainesville, Georgia. Brian Digert, who's now at Westworld in Scottsdale, he was at the facility in North Carolina at the time, just started and just opened a big building there. Three of us sat down in a cinder block room on a cold winter day and talked about things we had in common when it came to the industry and working with horse show managers and organizers and in general event related information. Well, one of the early challenges was deciding whether to form some kind of a organized initiative, i.e. this is where the league came from. The year after we had that meeting, we met in Upper Marlboro, Maryland, at my facility, the Showplace Arena in the Prince George's Equestrian Center. We had 9 attendees, very informal. We had representatives from buildings and facilities in Virginia, Carolinas. The three original, David, myself, and Brian were there. And we held a couple of days of informal talks, toured my facility. At the time, I had a professional hockey team in the arena, so that was the backdrop for talking about the horse show world and the equestrian industry. From there, the challenge was, how do we get more people interested? How do we get managers to realize the value of sharing information and networking? So that took another year or two, and then we sat down with the University of Louisville and their Department of Equine Sciences a few years after that, and spent, I think, about 3 days formalizing what is now the league, writing bylaws, policies, coming up with a name. That took several hours, about a half a day. And the three of us were involved in that, along with some other folks that had stepped up to the plate and wanted to be a part of the organization. Well, the league successes, which I've been honored and privileged to be a small part of, was the certification program for facility managers, and I think we've got a couple of dozen graduates now so far. The big one that really, I think, launched the league into prominence in the industry was our Signature Footing Academy, which started many years ago and continues to thrive. It's a part of the symposium. We've done separate footing academies every year in the summertime, but that really set the organization apart and gave us a signature. That, again, the certification program. Now we do conference call forums as a regular part of what we offer members, and the general events. The symposium has grown. It's become a can't miss once a year opportunity for people in our industry to learn about new trends and how to manage their venues in a better way, in a more profitable way. It's been humbling, to say the least, to be a part of watching something grow from 3 people sitting in a cinder block room to over 100 members across the United States and Canada, and the thousands of people that have been touched by the work of the league. And can't thank our administrative staff, Kathy and Lon, enough. They have helped propel the league to where it is today. So it's been a humbling experience to be a part of it. I think the future is extremely bright. There are continuing to be ag and equine facilities built in North America. That trend will continue with the services the league currently offers and the newer services that we're planning to put into place for members and institutions and our allied members, I can see the league doubling its membership in the next 5 to 10 years at a minimum, and I can see us probably starting some satellite programs to cover more areas of the United States and North America that we haven't had a chance to get to yet. So I think the future is really bright.